Good morning to you. I am your Kevinly Father, Kevin Williams, and this is just Spilling Coffee with Kevinly. We haven't settled on a name yet. This is just, we're waking up. We're a little groggy. We're checking out the day. It's 7:50 in the morning here on the East Coast. I don't know how you get into the chat room before I even start the broadcast, Dr. Howard, but there you are. Good morning. I don't know what we're covering today. I have no plans. I was just uploading something to the YouTube. I've got my oatmeal and blueberries with bran. I dropped a blueberry. I have no will to live today. Dr. Howard, you appreciate the puck. You appreciate a little running around on Frozen Pond. Good morning, Carol. Yesterday, things did not go well in the hockey world for your Kevinly Father. Morning, Noel, or afternoon, or whatever. Merry Christmas, Noel. No idea where it is what you are. What? So Trump last night gave a speech outlining exactly nothing, which is what I said would happen. Thanks to Stephanie for pointing out, yeah, the Islanders won, Dr. Howard. So I don't know, I might actually end up cheering for the Islanders. I got to see what happens when everybody gets reseated. There's a spoiler alert here. I should get rid of the birthday thing. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. We'll just get rid of that because that's not applicable right now. Let's put another one up there. Let me find a generic one. This is all informal, guys. Welcome. Go ahead and chat. What's going on in your life today? I have things to do. Let's see. What's this one? Okay. I've got one titled, I Make Men Cry. Let's see what this is about. And it doesn't show up. Wait, I can make it show up. Here it is. Trump, I Make Americans Cry. That's good enough for me. I like that. We'll leave that up there for now. Not that it has anything to do with what we're talking about today, because I have no idea. 3 counties in lockdown here due to meat plants virus spike. Ooh, that's no good. But at least they're doing lockdown. Here we're getting spikes all over the place, and it's nothing but good news. We've got this thing under control, everybody, so that's fantastic. Sorry for being gross, but if you don't like it, fuck off. There you go. Let's look up the Trumpster here. And I meant to click real Donald Trump here. I don't know why I have my headphones on. I'm not actually listening to anything. We do have a lot of Trump stuff to catch up on, so we could do something like that. We'll see what happens as the morning goes along here. I might have a refill of coffee coming up here. Let's see. Team Trump, as a result of President Trump's tough actions on the Tennessee Valley Association, the TVA News is now changing course on firing American workers. Okay, yeah, he got rid of a bunch of people on the board. Morning, Jan. Haven't really looked into that one, but his whole mantra from the beginning was cut government budget, let's get the spending down, let's get the spending down now that we're at, I don't know, $58 trillion debt, whatever it is. It was $19 trillion when he came into office. Let's take a quick look. Oh, nobody wants to see that. Well, 26 trillion now. So 19 trillion when he came into office. You remember the election. Oh, Obama with the debt. And Trump said, oh, I'm going to solve the debt in 8 years. It's now $8 trillion higher. So he'll get to that in the second term. That's when he's going to start doing that. So, morning, Steph. Steph, you had a different name. I'm just calling this morning. Let's see, what are we? Spilling Coffee with KevinlyFather. I think it's Spilling Coffee with Kevinly sounds better. I had Kofefe up there. You had something, Stephanie. I think that you decided a name was better. What was that name? I don't even know. Nor do I really care that much. But if you like the name, I'm flexible. You guys are paying for this. So, hey, if you'd like to pay for this, and why? These glasses are great, but they're a little too big for me. They don't stay on my head, and that's annoying. If you'd like to help pay for this, go to KevinlyFather.com. Short of that, share this. Share the broadcast and retweet it or whatever. Don't do this one. Don't do a morning one. Don't do a Spilling Coffee. Because these ones are awfully bad. Coffee with Kevinly, that's it. But what about the spilling? I'm always spilling. I want to spill things. It's like spilling tea, which is something the kids say for gossip or information. President Trump, New Jersey, Donald Trump, New Jersey. We sent millions of medical supplies to New Jersey, provided $3.4 billion in emergency relief funding and $23 billion to 250,000 Jersey small businesses through the Paycheck Protection Plan. Right. So what about the money that you keep saying you're going to take care of the unemployment extension, the $600 a week? Said you were going to sign an executive order on that and take care of that. Nothing yesterday. As I said, by the end of the week, he said, perhaps. Just like we're going to get great health care last Sunday. Now it's by the end of August. But he's going to take care of pre-existing conditions, which is something we all have right now, not the pre-existing conditions, the fact that the healthcare companies can't refuse us based on pre-existing conditions. I would not be able to get healthcare. Before Obamacare, cheapest healthcare, real healthcare I could get was $1,100, I think, for a basic plan where I paid almost everything out of pocket until I got to $50,000 or something like that. I had catastrophic insurance, which was catastrophic. I ended up in the hospital with diverticulitis, no fault of my own. It's hereditary, so I blame my mom. 4 days, no surgery, just antibiotics in the hospital for 4 days, catastrophic insurance. My portion of the bill, which was, I don't know, like $300 a month, something ridiculous, for catastrophic insurance. I figured a catastrophe would be ending up in the hospital. 4 nights, 5 days with antibiotics. Had no idea that I had diverticulitis. And then when I found out, oh, okay, well, now I know. My portion of the bill, $23,000. No surgery, just lying in a hospital bed with some Dilaudid. $23,000. That was with insurance. Good morning, producer Joanna. What age was I with diverticulitis? I don't know. That was 2011, so I was almost 50. I've been almost 50 for, I don't know, about a decade. Yeah, diverticulitis is no fun. I don't recommend it. The cool part is you don't just catch it. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have to worry about it. But you won't know you have it until it happens. So, unless you go in for like a colonoscopy and say, could you check for some perforations in there, please? Yeah, no, he's the healthcare president. This is what they've started saying. I think I have that, Kellyanne, with the healthcare president. I'll play that for you. Hold on. Let's see if I should. Actually, I can't. I mean, I can't pre-roll this stuff like I do for a regular live stream because I don't want to. Also, because I never know what we're going to talk about here in the morning. Daughter played that song, Give Us Hope, Joanna. What song? What song was that? Do we need to play a song? If I play any songs, what happens is that YouTube gives me a copyright strike, and I have enough problems with YouTube as it is. Kellyanne, well, let's see. Healthcare. Well, let's just type in healthcare and see what happens. See if I can bring up that one really quickly. Come on. I have this. I know I have this from Kellyanne. Let's do it again. Kellyanne, do I have it? Cocaine, oh, here's one.
Tens of thousands of pounds of cocaine, of marijuana, of other drugs.
That's completely out of context, but it works. Let me put that into my headphones. Otherwise, I don't know if could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear Kellyanne? Okay, and was there an echo because my mic was also picking her up? Can I play the Spotify song with Trump singing "I Ran Down the Ramp"? It's hilarious. Yeah, let me see if I can find that. Hold on a second. And you can find it on your end. Dr. Howard, did you send that to me? Somebody sent that to me, and I actually haven't listened to it because I wasn't in a place I could listen to it at the time, and then I forgot all about it. Let me first put this on. I'll find that. We'll do that. Let's see here. Did you send it to me, Dr. Howard? Where is it? Let me pull up YouTube and see how far behind you guys are, so I know if I'm just talking into the wind here. Okay, we'll go live. You guys can't see any of what I'm doing. This is why Coffee with Kevin is so boring. Because mostly it's just my morning routine. I need more coffee. Somebody needs coffee. Okay, there we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you guys are about like 3 seconds behind. Okay, we can chat. My resolution is really crappy. Are you guys all suffering from low resolution right now? I'm going to try bumping it up. Hi, WLC. How are you? This is just morning coffee time. No big whoop. Let me bump the settings up here and see if the resolution improves. I don't know what it's like on your end, guys, but here it's pretty bad. Let's make it 2500. Internet issues here, guys. So I did my best. We'll see what happens. And then yesterday, Kevinly daughter found a random light switch and so turned it off, as you would. And turned off the internet in the process, because that was the switch that is where the internet's plugged into. And so I lost broadcast mid-screen. That's a pretty picture of Kelly. And she's just so naturally pretty, isn't she? Isn't she? Just naturally. George is a good guy. Her husband seems to be a good guy. He's part of the Lincoln Project. Yeah, wow. No, my resolution over on my side is just absolutely suck. Oh. Why, no, let's turn up to 720 and see if it works. Yeah, no, 720 is fine. What is with YouTube? Sometimes YouTube decides that it's going to just take the lowest resolution and run with it. I don't know why. I'm trying to keep death spirals, the little spinny thing, from coming your way, guys, because I care. Let me look at this. And all right, I'm going to find that song. Let's see. Did you send it to me, Dr. Howard? Hold on. You did send me something and say do a live stream on this, so I've kind of been saving that to the side. Oh, where's producer Debbie this morning? Did she make it into the room? Poor producer Debbie. Oh, you just sent me a link. Oh, there it is. Trump versus Ramp. Let's take a look. Okay, hold on. Songify, Trump versus Ramp. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this for you guys, and I'm going to get myself... Okay, I'm going to make myself... I got to get some coffee. Hold on. I don't finish sentences in the morning. I don't have the time for it. Let's see. I can put that in my headphones, so you guys should be able to hear it. Let's set the desktop audio. That might be actually kind of loud for you. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Let me set the volume on YouTube. We're good there. I hope this works for you guys. While I'm gone, I want you guys... There's no... It's all round robin games today. Thank you, at random. But Sunday. Are you sure it's Sunday? Let's see. Why no? Blah blah blah. Trump is being sued by Neil Young. Yeah, unfortunately, Trump can play that music if they want. Oh no! But if they put it on Twitter, then no, you can be sued. What happens is if you want to play someone's song at a political event or wherever, you want to play it in a store, it's fine as long as you pay the royalties on it. And it's really not that much, but it adds up over time. It's funny because I'll get checks from, well, it's direct deposits into PayPal, but it'll be like Apple Music, Australia, and I'll get 3 cents. Woo! So that's why I need your money, people. It does not pay to be this untalented. Saturday, round robin game. No, round robin. Wait, I thought that the Leafs played today. There's no way we can find out, people. At Random is usually pretty accurate about this stuff. Let's take a look on the NHL.com K. I just put Ks into most, here we go, scores. Boop. Okay, scores. That's Friday. Saturday, we'll find out right now. No, absolutely right. Today is just, there you go. See, at Random's right. Maple Leafs, Blue Jackets, Stars, Blues, Bruins, Capitals. So, the way it works, if anybody cares, nobody cares out there. But the top 4 teams, okay, here's what the NHL should have done. 16 teams with the best percentage winning at the end of what was the regular season. Hey, congratulations, you guys have made the playoffs. Because those are the teams that made the playoffs anyway. But what they did is they took the top 4 teams in each division and said, you guys have a bye. Then we're going to take not the next 4 teams from each division, because 8 and 8 makes 16. There you've got your playoff. We're going to take the next 8 teams. So a total of 12 teams. Top 4, bye. 5 through 12, you guys are going to play each other to see who gets the other 4 playoff positions. And so the teams that did well all regular season, like the Oilers and the Penguins, who finished just under those top 4, they ended up playing the 12th place team, and in 5-game series, they lost. Now, they did lose the 5-game series, but you know what? You got to win the games. And the Oilers made stupid mistakes. Not all the Oilers. Some of the Oilers were fantastic. And they outplayed Chicago, too. I want to see something here. So it was 3-2. Spoilers abound here. Let's look at the box score, because I want to see what the actual shots ended up being. The Oilers tried. They really tried. Some of the Oilers are idiots. Let's see. Team stats. No. Recap. I just want to see the shots. And something just flew out of my mouth, so I'm disgusting. Deal with it. No, I don't want a 3-minute recap, play-by-play. Just give me the shots on net. Why can't I just have the shots on net, please? There's all this. Oh, for the love. Just give me the box score. I asked for the box score. Oh, now we're back here. Okay, how about... Nope, not Game Center, not condensed game. Nothing in there. Here we go. Shots. I don't want to watch. I don't know what Game Center... Oh, Game Center, I think, is... Oh, maybe the Game Center is what I want. Let's find here. Team stats. Would it be under team stats? Maybe if I go to the bottom of the team stats, there'll be actual shots on goal. Oh, here, right there. Boom, I missed it. 45-29. They outshot Chicago. They played well enough to win, but a couple of stupid mistakes cost them the game. Let's see. Nope. Billy Joe Madness is over. And we'll have to look at that later when producer Rich is on, because I don't think he's up yet. It is early here on the West Coast, 8:18 in the morning. And producer Rich hopefully has better things to do on a Saturday. So the top 4 teams are just playing each other for seeding. I don't care. So I know, at this point, I know, 14 of the 16 teams that have qualified for the playoffs. So I could put together the ice hockey. And it's not hard. It's just mostly cut and paste, figure out who the new... Because I can take the old songs if I still have them, and I should. I can take the old versions of the songs from a couple of years ago. Did I do them last year? I don't think so. Maybe the year before. Maybe I did them last year too. I can't remember. And then I just changed the players who've changed. And the funny thing is I can always tell which teams are going to do well in the playoffs because they didn't change a bunch of players. The Blackhawks just beat the Oilers, and it was the Blackhawks' old guard who made the difference. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, Corey Crawford, the goaltender. Corey Crawford has 2 Stanley Cup rings as a goaltender. Gets no credit. He won a Conn... I think he won a Conn Smythe. All right, let's go look at Corey Crawford. Here's stuff nobody else cares about me. So welcome. Corey Crawford stats, Canadian, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the Wikipedia because it'll be like awards. Their career stats, personalized awards, NHL. NHL Stanley Cup champion, 2013 and 15. Oh, no, so he did not win most valuable player in the playoffs. Jonathan Toews won it 1 year, I think. I don't know if Patrick Kane won. Well, we can look that up. Conn Smythe winner. Smythe winners. Figure out who on the Blackhawks have won that. So Sidney Crosby. Oh, Duncan Keith, the defenseman. One of the greatest players of all time. They have... So Jonathan Toews won one, Duncan Keith won one, Patrick Kane won one as well. So the Hawks have won 3 Stanley Cups. Maybe, probably the best team. The Hawks in general have been the best team. This year, they should not have made the playoffs. They finished in 12th place out of 16 teams. And somehow now they're in the playoffs because of, thanks coronavirus. I had no problem with the virus until right now. Tim Thomas is an interesting story. This goalie right here for Boston. Where is he? Right there, Tim Thomas. He won the Stanley Cup and then got all religified and went Jesus nuts and never really played again. Let's click on him, see what it says about him. Tim Thomas, ice hockey, American. Yeah, he won. Boston won the Stanley Cup. Tim Thomas was the difference in the series. Totally deserved the Conn Smythe as most valuable player. Stanley Cup, yeah, and then he got Jesus and caught the Jesus virus in 2011. That was that. And we've never really, let's see, what's it say? A subsequent break from hockey. Began the 2011-2012 season as Stanley Cup champion, defending Vezina. Oh yeah, he won the Vezina, which is the best goalie in the regular season, Conn Smythe Trophy. He played the majority of the 82-game schedule for the Bruins, so he had another year with them. Although not completely matching the previous year's record total run, he did get the All-Star team in 2012. Then they lost to the Washington Capitals in the first round of the playoffs. Okay, and it doesn't say anything about him finding Jesus, but that's personal life. Here we go. And hey, Tim Thomas, if you're watching and I'm getting this wrong, let me know. Absolutely. If somebody knows Tim Thomas and they're watching, hey Tim, I'll have you on. We'll do a Skype. We'll have you on the show interview because I'm fascinated by this. And I'm not knocking Jesus, except when Jesus keeps you from accomplishing your goals or stopping your goals or somebody else's goals. Goaltenders are nuts anyway. Who wants to stand in front of a 100-mile-an-hour galvanized rubber disc wearing mattresses on their legs and a baseball glove? Makes no sense. You know who does? Who really likes playing goal? My kids. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys are like way behind. Shall we take a sneak peek? No, let's go back. Let's go back to Donald Trump. My brain works too fast for words, so let's go back and look at Trump here. Left-wing extremism is a serious threat to American lives and American freedom. So left-wing extremism, Portland, it's this year's caravan. And Mayor Wheeler of Portland told the protesters, hey, you're helping out Donald Trump. All you're doing is making commercials for Donald Trump's campaign. And he's right. All the protesters in Portland are doing it right now. Yes, the peaceful protesters, super, super great. You guys are awesome. Knock it off. You're done. No differences have been made. All it's doing at this point, there are wonderful ways to protest, but honestly, if you want to protest, sign people up to vote, register people to vote by mail, contact your friends and family in Pennsylvania, in Florida, in Michigan, Wisconsin, the swing states, Georgia, even at this point, Texas, who knows? Find somebody, make a friend with somebody, get into a Facebook chat room, make a friend with somebody, convince them to vote, remind them to vote if they already vote, have them register to vote by mail. Do it now, do it early. Because things at the post office are getting wacky. I can tell you guys, max it's ever taken to get a letter from Seattle to Los Angeles was 3 days. My agent sent me a check. Got it yesterday. It's from one thing coronavirus did for me. A lot of companies are just going with old commercials instead of making new commercials. That hurts because then I don't get auditions for the new commercials. The other thing is that one of the commercials that I made for the Washington State Lottery, they're just like, you know what, we're just going to pay for the commercial again. We're not going to make another commercial. Kanye West is going to get his ass whooped, but he also could give Trump the presidency. Producer Joanna was talking the other day about that. Because I was just like, we did a press conference on the live stream where I was just like, I don't even want to hear about Kanye. Then on the Rachel Maddow show, she talked about how, wait, it's Trump's campaign that is putting Kanye on the ballot in swing states. And sure enough, you guys should watch the Rachel Maddow show from last night. Lottery commercial, I'm a parrot, and I'm the voice of a parrot, I'm eating ice cream. So I got paid for that again. That was nice. But what I wanted to look at was, I'm just looking for a text from my agent here, because then I can tell you exactly how many days. It's typically 3 days. This was the 28th, so the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10 days. 10 days to get a letter from Seattle to Los Angeles. Never taken more than 3 days before. Maybe once 4 days or whatever, but that's where the mail is right now. And the Trump appointee to the head commissar at the U.S. Post Office yesterday fired a whole bunch of staff management peoples. Now it's just him. He got rid of everybody who was complaining and griping and saying, hey, you know what? Neither rain nor sleet nor slow, but slow Trump. That was just a word mistake on my part. But yeah, Trump is slowing down the mail, which is against the basic DNA of, RNA, of the mail peoples. They want to deliver the mail. That's their raison d'etre. And a lot of mail deliverers are extremely proud of being able to do that. You never leave a letter behind. You treat every package like it's your own. And as much as we give the mail system a hard time, man, it's freaking amazing what they do. And I've had 2 wacky mail things happen since this all came down. Is it called the Friday Night Massacre now? So I don't even know if it's in Twitter's Moments. Let's take a look here. Let's go to, where is it on the, I know how to do, oh, here we go. What's happening? Friday Night Massacre. There it is. It's trending. Let's take a look at what the Twitter said about it. Physics and politics. Bellport Physics. Okay, if we wait until October, November, it'll be too late, said Brian Tyler Cohen. Brian Tyler Cohen is a YouTuber who has a ton of followers and makes good money. He's sort of a leftist, but he gives you news updates. So follow Brian. He does a succinct, pre-written version of what I do, which is take a look at the news and talk to you about it. But he doesn't do chat like I do because he doesn't care. He does not care about you people like I do. Wait, he's nuts because he's a mail deliverer, Dr. Howard, your cousin in New York? Or is he going nuts because of what's going on with the postal system? Actively sabotaging the election under our noses. This isn't theoretical. It's happening right now. Remember, kids, I was talking about Roger Stone. The reason Roger Stone is out of jail is not because he's loyal to Trump. The reason Roger Stone is out of jail is because he helped Trump win the election with his dirty tricks. Wrote the book on dirty tricks in politics. Literally wrote the... Hold on. I'll show you, guy. I show you, guy. Okay, dirty tricks, Roger Stone. Okay, let's go to the images here. Decades of dirty tricks, Stone Cold Trickster book. Stone's Rules. Okay, actual book. Oh, come on. There's actually this is an ebook. New York Times bestseller. No, Get Me Roger Stone. I haven't watched that movie yet on the Netflix. I have to watch that. This is a wonderful shirt. This is avocado shirt. And it's made up of all the names of the people who helped on the Avocado DB project. It's a database project. Not mine, though. It was a gift from somebody wonderful. Where's my Roy Cohn? Yeah, that's another movie I gotta watch too. Too many movies to watch. I gotta stop doing this kind of stuff. I should wake up in the morning and just start watching TV. Oh, okay. He was nuts from the beginning, so he went to the postal. And then we have the expression going postal. That's also a thing. So let's see if we can actually find news about this. This is from Raw Story, and they're semi-legit. Friday Massacre, U.S. Postal Service as Postmaster General, a major Trump donor, ousts top officials. Government watchdogs, Democratic lawmakers, and pro-democracy advocates declared a Friday night massacre for the U.S. Postal Service after news dropped a classic end-of-the-week dump that Louis DeJoy, a major GOP donor to Donald Trump and the recently appointed Postmaster General, this is true, had issued a sweeping overhaul of the agency, including the ouster of top officials from key posts and the reshuffling of more than 24 other officials and operational managers. 23 postal executives were reassigned or displaced, the new organizational chart shows. Analysts say the structure centralizes power around DeJoy. So basically, it's a coup of the post office. A power grab. A former logistics executive and major ally of President Trump, but de-emphasized decades of institutional postal knowledge. All told, 33 staffers included in the old postal hierarchy. It's a good name for a band, Postal Hierarchy. Either kept their jobs or reassigned in the restructure, with 5 more staffers joining the leadership from other roles. Okay, so yeah, right before the election. That works out well for everybody. But what else is trending? Oh yeah, so the Maple Leafs, though, they might become what? What happened? Somebody just chatted something big there. Oh, it's a genital herpes cured a month ago. Okay, so let's just block this Yahoo. Hold on, let me pull that up. Oh, I can't even log into my account. So somebody block him if you can, wherever he is. I hate the spammers. He's got an herbal remedy for curing herpes. Hold on. See if I can log in, remember my password, so I can block him. I can't. Okay. Yeah, so the Leafs were behind 3-0 to Columbus with 4 minutes left to play. They pulled their goalie. They scored 3 goals. They tied it up, and they won it in overtime, which is, I don't know if it's historical. I've seen it happen before, but it's rare. But if they lose that game, they're done. In the potential final game of the season for the Toronto Maple Leafs, down by 3 goals with 4 minutes left, they pull their goalie, which means you put your goalie on the bench and you get an extra attacker. Now it's 6 skaters on 5 plus a goalie, so that you get the extra advantage. The thing about that is, and you've probably seen this in hockey before, if the other team gets a single shot, if those 5 guys can figure out a way to muster a single shot on net, that puck is in the net. There's no goalie. So now it's suddenly 4-0. They kept the puck out of the net. They pulled their goalie, and they tied it up. Hey, Andy. It's pretty incredible. I watched that on the highlights. Andy, remember how you were looking for a cure for genital herpes? You missed it. You got to join the broadcast sooner. Guy posted this is a herbal remedy for genital herpes. So, good news for everybody. I heard that masks give you genital herpes, but it's the mouth herpes first, and it gets transferred. That when you take the mask off and wear it like a bikini as you're getting out of the shower, that's how you transfer. Type A to type B. Simplexes. Hey, so my new mom, my stepmom, she's grown her own tomatoes. That's exciting. It's big news. At Random says the commentators were literally saying they should evaluate the characters of their players for not trying hard enough, and then they scored 3 goals in 4 minutes. Yeah. The Maple Leafs have all the talent in the world. They traded some of it away this year as well, a little bit last year. But they have a huge payroll. They might have the biggest payroll in the NHL. Let's look. Hold on. Payrolls in NHL. Payrolls NHL. Welcome to Puck Talk. List of NHL teams. Puckpedia.com. So can I do it by... I just want them ranked. Let's just look at take a look at Toronto. Projected cap space is negative 13 million. Not sure. Oh, that's how much money they have left. So yeah, the Maple Leafs have negative 13 million left to spend on the cap, and nobody is even close. Philadelphia is negative 1. Buffalo is negative 1. Okay, Vancouver is negative 2.2. Arizona, oh my God, they advanced in the playoffs, or they advanced to the playoffs. So Arizona at negative 3.5 is closest to the amount of money that the Maple Leafs have spent, negative $3.5 million. Toronto Maple Leafs negative 13.6. So they are trying to buy a Stanley Cup, which makes sense because they haven't won a cup since '67. Haven't won a cup in my lifetime. So I don't mind cheering for the Leafs. They were my dad's team growing up when there were only 2 teams in Canada. So Kevinly Granddad would be happy with it, but I did want Edmonton to continue. Just sad. Oh well. I think I'm almost done with the broadcast here. Anybody doing something exciting today? Oh, let's go back to the what's happening. Los Angeles workers are forced to be COVID mask police. It's stressing them out. Yeah. Did you see that clip I posted yesterday? Let's watch that clip. Let's watch that clip together. Hold on. How do I do that? Profile. See what's going on with the Kevinly dad here. I was right. Before the press conference yesterday, I said Petty Dent will read statement and say he'll have a big announcement coming soon to save American workers for China. And that's what happened. He said, well, we'll fix the unemployment thing by the end of the month or the end of the week. And then they'll be building on that the whole time. If you watched the C-SPAN yesterday, which I hope you didn't, it was Mark Meadows and Steve Mnuchin basically coming out and saying, we're sabotaging this on purpose. So the Democrats came down by $1 trillion on the HEROES Act. The Republicans came up by 300,000. Anyway, they typically they meet somewhere in the middle and, take $1 trillion off your bill. Republicans not willing to do anything with that. Well, they don't want to make a deal for the American people because they want it to get worse and worse so that the American people are like, hey, I need my money, please. Because, we're entitled. Entitlement's not a bad word, by the way. Entitlement is something that you're entitled to, that you have earned. I feel like I've earned some unemployment money, seeing as how I've been paying taxes for 33 years. And my father before me, and my father's fathers lived in Canada, so that doesn't really count. But they're going to make it seem like the Democrats don't care about the American people, because honestly, how many of you saw Chuck Schumer on TV yesterday? None. Nobody did. You guys may, because you guys are into it. You watch the shows. But most American people could not even identify Chuck Schumer. But the president is on constantly, and he knows how to make that happen. Has a press conference yesterday where he announces nothing, but all the networks carried it, at least for a while. Fox gave up on it eventually. We watched it. This is cute. Let's watch this show.
The Orangus Damascus, commonly referred to as a Trump, is a wild, killing machine that has infiltrated North America. Although it seems harmless and is often found lurking on golf courses with its mangy hair flapping in the wind, make no mistake, this creature is extremely dangerous. The Orangus Damascus is known for unprovoked attacks, even on his own people.
That's enough.
Once Trump has his grips on its prey, it unleashes unparalleled fury, targeted attacks, and anything to keep control over its prey. If left unattended, one single Orangus Damascus can kill over 160,000 humans and hospitalize hundreds of thousands of others with no remorse.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is.
We cannot let this creature continue its rampage. It belongs in its habitat. So take a stand, register to vote, and help us put the Orangus Damascus back in its natural habitat.
Oh, Elijah Daniel did that. He's clever. Follow Elijah Daniel, guys. He's interesting. Let's see where. Here we go. This is an anti-masker.
No, sir. I'm here with my boyfriend.
Can you please stay outside?
No, sir. I'm here with my boyfriend. I'm accompanying him.
She's recording this herself. If you go on the Parler, if you go onto the Facebook, there are all kinds of groups with people that are liberty, 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 bibberty, and masks. And the government's trying to control us. Conspiracy theorists. Dr. Fauci created the virus. All of that is out there. These people actually record themselves doing this.
I'm here. I got my mask on. She's not.
Are you gonna get a license?
Sir, I'm accompanying my boyfriend.
You have to stay outside. Please stay outside. Because only we have a limited capability how much we can have here. Please wait outside, okay?
Your occupancy permit, how many does it allow for?
I can tell you outside. We have spots. See the spots?
This is at the Ohio DMV.
Okay, so he just said that this facility can't.
But just look at her. I mean, that doesn't look like a human being to me. Usually I don't like to comment on people's looks, but there's just, if the aliens sent down the lizard people, speaking of conspiracy theories, sent down what they thought would be a human being. Just look at the shape of her skull. Again, like I'm a phrenologist here. All of it just seems wrong on its face. No pun intended.
Accommodate
Can
me.
you come outside?
So I'm asking him for the occupancy permit.
By the way, the question of mask, quarantine, etc., that's all been answered already. 1824, Gibbons v. Ogden. The Supreme Court decided that, yes, states absolutely have the right to quarantine people, etc., for the safety of the people. The power of the government derives from the mandate to protect the people. And when a government decides, yes, we need to do this for the protection of the general welfare of the people, completely, Supreme Court, all settled law, habeas corpus, stare decisis. Look at that stare decisis in her eyes. Just, I just don't. What you do is you stare into the distance and turn off the thought process, and you have a Trump supporter.
We have spots. See the spots?
Yes.
Okay. So
but
please,
I'm
you
with
have to
my
wear a mask.
boyfriend.
You cannot do this with a boyfriend. You have to wear a mask.
Sir, yes, I can do this with my boyfriend.
You have to wear a mask.
I do not.
Yes,
Why is that?
It's by state, by the governor. You have to wear
It's
a
a
mask.
mandate. It's not a law.
I know, but you have to wear
It's
a mask.
not a law, sir.
Why
Your job is not to enforce mandates.
Mandate an executive order from the government is a law, but it's not a bill. But
okay, so I'm being given a pretty hard time here about not being able to stand next to my boyfriend without wearing a mask.
Ma'am, I say to you, no recording. You want me to call the police for you?
Sir, I'm recording myself, but you're invading my space.
You are not wearing a mask. You must wear a mask.
Wait for this, because there's a line in here from her boyfriend. Wait till you hear what her boyfriend says, because it's classic.
Says who?
The governor. Go
no,
outside.
the governor is not the law.
I'm going to call the police.
The governor literally is I mean, he's elected. There's a system of government. This is how it works. By the way, Ohio's doing great. There's Ohio right there. They reopened here, and they had a huge surge in cases because of people like Karen. Let's go back. Let's switch that to deaths and see what happens. Let's go back to Karen.
So he just said he's going to call the police on me.
Anna, the cops are going to come here. You don't want that shit again.
So we'll see what happens.
That's awesome. Again. So this is a frequent occasion in Karen's lifetime. You don't want that shit again. Listen to her poor boyfriend. Just look at the look on his eyes above his mask. This is what he has to deal with.
So he just said he's going to call the police on me.
Anna, the cops are going to come here. You don't want that shit again.
What's her
The
name?
governor is not the
I'm going to
law.
call the police.
So he just said he's going to call the police on me.
Anna, the cops are going to...
Hannah? Is her name Hannah or is it Joanna? Producer Joanna? Let's go back.
Mask.
Susanna? What is it? Panda?
Must wear a mask. Okay?
Says who?
The governor. Go
No,
outside.
the governor is not the law.
I'm going to call the police.
So he just said he's going to call the police on me.
Anna, the cops are going to come
I think it's Hannah.
here. You don't want that shit again.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You're going to compromise my health by not wearing a mask? Because that's what you're doing right now. Because if you are sick, you are compromising my immune system.
I'm not a virus. I'm a human
If
being.
you are sick, you are.
I am not sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
You're compromising.
Yeah, and their little girl.
The face mask you're wearing is compromising your health.
So it's not
Yes, it does.
20 minutes in the store.
Anna.
So I'm going to...
Wait. He said it again.
No,
Hold on.
sir.
So it's not
Yes, it does.
20 minutes in the store.
Anna.
So I'm going to...
Steph Hannah? What is she saying?
Health.
So it's not
Yes, it does.
20 minutes in the store.
Anna.
So I'm going to...
Steph Anna? It might be Hannah or Anna. But Steph Hannah? I don't know why he says Steph. Steph Anna? Is that a name? You have to pause in between. Yes, it's STF, and then there's a pause.
The face mask you're wearing is compromising your health.
So it's not
Yes, it does.
20 minutes in the store.
Anna.
So I'm going to...
I didn't ask if you put it on. If you not, would you please leave?
No, sir.
Back up.
So I have a customer here
Yeah, customers like, can you back up, get out of my ass, please?
telling me to leave.
That's fine. You know.
Yeah, and then it cuts off, unfortunately. But I'm sure it's better from there. I'm sure she's like, you know what? You guys are right. I'm sorry for endangering you all, potentially. No, what happened was that a doctor at the World Health Organization said that asymptomatic spread is very rare. And I said, and it caused a huge uproar. And right at the time, I said, no, people, that's not what she means. She means there's asymptomatic and there's pre-symptomatic. And then a whole bunch of people who we're classifying as asymptomatic actually have some sort of symptom, like a sore throat, runny nose, stuffy nose, whatever, but they don't even report it because it's just like, it's no big deal. Oh, I sneezed a couple of times. Those could be symptoms of the virus, but we classify them as asymptomatic. The doctor at the WHO was saying that if you have absolutely no symptoms, we don't have documented cases, not a lot of documented cases, because we don't know who those people are. And I said that, and then the WHO cleared it up the next day. Nobody pays attention to me. I knew that. I was watching that conference, and I knew that as soon as she said that, that's what she means. But of course, now that's out there, and so all of these anti-maskers use the WHO as that one clip. Not the fact that it was cleared up the very next day by the WHO explaining, no. This is how doctors speak. Asymptomatic, pre-symptomatic, two different things. This is what she really meant. And the doctor said, yeah, I meant it this way, but I guess for the layperson, it didn't. But they put on those conferences for doctors and for journalists. I'm really not in charge of anything. I just run around town breaking windows and kicking sprinklers, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, we're not even testing people without symptoms. So some places we are. Oh, speaking of which, good news. Kevinly's daughter did get tested yesterday. She went down to catch people up on this. Before the pandemic hit, she was working on a show at one of the studios here in Hollywood. And she was background. It was a school situation, so she was a kid from the school or one of the other schools. I can't give anything away. Anyway, she was a kid in school. She was playing a teenager, and then things shut down. And it was the first time in all of her background work over the course of about a year where it's like, oh, they want somebody with blue hair. How perfect. And it wasn't just sort of cattle call. They knew who she was. And it's not hard to stick out when you have blue hair, but they're like, get her back the next day. And my very good friend Angela was directing one of the episodes and actually sort of said to the PA or the assistant director, whoever it was, said, oh, here, get this girl in. So they called Central Casting. Central Casting said, hey, can you be on the show? And then she was on a regular basis for a couple of weeks, and then things shut down. And at the time, we lived walking distance from the studio. We don't live there anymore. Point of the story is, yesterday, they had her come down to the studio parking lot, and she got tested free of charge, just to make sure that she's good to go on Monday. So they're supposed to be shooting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at least. Nothing in this business is ever set in stone. This could all change, and they could decide. But the fact that they've tested some individuals to be on the show greatly increases her chances of actually booking the show. Plus the fact that she's done a couple of weeks on it so far. They know, like, she's not some crazy Looney Tune that's not going to show up or whatever. So that just means more driving for Kevin, really, is what that comes down to. So anyway, that's great news. So they are testing. Some businesses have the resources to test. What I thought was going to happen, and apparently they're going to test like on a daily basis, they do not have the fast tests, apparently, because the results are going to come back in 24 to 48 hours. Not as good as having one of the fast tests, but as we've all found out over the last couple of days, and we knew already because we watched the live stream, the fast tests are not accurate at all. We don't have the best test. The entire world, everybody calls me up and says, sir, you know how foreign leaders call Trump sir. How come you have the most beautiful tests? We don't. A governor, Governor DeWine, tested positive in the morning, negative in the afternoon. He's probably positive because false positives are very rare. I mean, not as rare as asymptomatic spread, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the Abbott test has about 50%, according to a New York study, 50% false negative rates, which is not good. When Kevinly's daughter took and myself took our drive-through test on the way down to California in Oregon, the doctor at the time said, you guys, you're looking at about a 6% false negative for the test that they had. It was a 20-minute test. I don't think it was Abbott. Whatever it was, there's a ton of tests out there. False positives are extremely rare. False negatives they're all over the place. They had about 6%. She said, so we can test it, and then we can send it for a PCR test, which is looking for the DNA version of the virus. It's actually RNA in a virus, not DNA, but DNA is the common nomenclature. Viruses don't have DNA. Anyway, they look for that with a PCR test. She said, we'll do the test, and then if you want, we'll send it on, because that's and I was like, you know, neither of us have been in contact that we know of. 6% is fine. We just didn't want to come down to California and infectify the wonderful people that are supplying us with a place to live. Because we care, and quite frankly, I didn't want to listen to them bitch. You know what people are like. You know, you're killing me. I can't. I'm so upset. Kevin, I'm gonna. If I ever, you know, and I'm like, can we do the medically induced coma thing? Because she. Anyway, I think that's probably enough for the broadcast today. The good news is, hopefully, Kevinly's daughter will be doing her thing on Monday, and she's thrilled. By the way, Kevinly's daughter was receiving the $600 for the unemployment. She got screwed like I did, because we get, sometimes we are employees, sometimes we're 1099 private contractors. Kevinly's daughter, without the $600 from unemployment, she gets $81 a week. Nothing, none of, and me, I'm at, I think $234 because I made more as an employee than she did. But $234 a week, how do you live on that? So the $800 or the $600 was on top of that, which is barely like, oh, pay your rent sort of stuff for most people living in expensive cities. You live in Oklahoma, you're living like a king. Can I play the other video that I sent to you, Kevin? Sure, we'll play that and then we'll get out of here. What other video? Let's see, what is this? You sent me one and that page does not exist, Dr. Howard. What other video are you talking about? President Trump participates in a coronavirus briefing from the White House. Let me know. Yeah, please. I'll give you a second. People are waiting on you, Dr. Howard. This isn't coffee with Dr. Howard. Well, actually, it is coffee with Dr. Howard. I don't know what you're drinking. I'm almost out of decaf. You can see right there. That's all I've got. So look at Local 58. What does that even mean? Am I searching the Twitters for Local 58? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Local 58. Is that a thing? This? Behind the scenes of Toronto entertainment since 1898? Okay. On YouTube? Oh, on YouTube. Hold on. Okay, this is about putting in window glass, because that's my life. Local 58. Oh, it's a thing. Local 58 community television? No! Okay, Dr. Howard, just come on. People are waiting on. I don't think anyone's actually waiting at this point. I don't think anyone's still watching the broadcast. While we're waiting on Dr. Howard, Dr. Howard, you got to give me a link or something, or send me a message on Facebook, and I'll pull, or not Facebook, Twitter, and I'll pull it up really quickly. The earliest video from Local 58. Hold on. What? Local. This is 2 years ago. Local 58 show for children. Oh, what the hell? I'm watching this. It's a show for children. Wow, this brings me back. 4:15 a.m. show for children. Because you know the kids at 4:15 a.m. David, you've never been here. Really? Oh my God. Are we, is this what you wanted to watch? Cadaver, a grave mistake. Wow. Yeah, cartoons used to be really spooky. This is random. All right, the clown was bad enough. Look at the moon. Look at the creepy moon. He wants... Oh, he's the cadaver. Oh, this is a cartoon about cadaver. This is like Casper the Friendly Ghost, but really, really creepy. Okay, so he sees a skeleton. This is a show for kids. Oh no, a skeleton. What is happening? Okay. So now he's lonely. He's walking through the graveyard the next day. I don't care what you just sent, Dr. Howard. This is gold. This was David's real life childhood. Oh, he finds an empty grave. He looks inside. He's quivering. What's he gonna see? It's an iguana, or is it an alien creature? What is this? Okay, now it's cold. It's just wind. There's no music. There's no happiness left in his afterlife. He stops. He finds an open grave. He looks inside. What will he find? It's Trump Tower. No, it's just empty. It's a bottomless pit. Oh, was that an embryo? No, it looked more like a lizard. Okay, hold on, Dr. Howard. First, we got to see what's going on with this. We got like half of this left. Now he's... Oh, he went down the bottomless pit. Now he's walking around in the bottomless pit. And what's going to happen? The animation is terrible. But they tried. I like they do this. The sort of the beginning of the foreground animation, where it goes at a different rate to create a 3D spatial effect. Okay. Oh, so now he's given up hope. He's like, this is me after election day. Just lying in the pit, waiting for someone to come along and view him. But he misses his sweetheart. His sweetheart ghost, I guess. No, he's just still lying there. Remember, this is a show for children. Oh, now he's a skeleton. So the moon comes up and makes him a skeleton, because that's what happens. And that's it! That's your show for children. By Chris Straub. Chris Straub is one messed up motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now. Let's go back, Dr. Howard. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got... Oh, another one. Contingency. God, hold on. We're pulling up Dr. Howard's contingency plan. This is Local 58 again. What is this? Community television. Written and edited by... Oh, okay. So this is a thing. He's got a coffee and a Patreon. So Chris Straub, the guy who's all messed up, this is what he does. Let's take a look. This concludes our broadcast day. Have a great night. I'm turning the volume down. Do not use after 11/13/1917. Contingency missiles real, locator, blah, blah, blah. To be used only in the event of the United States' complete surrender to insurmountable enemy forces. Public broadcast only when, upon confirmed condition. 12 Omaha, solemn certainty. What are we watching? U.S. Department for the Preservation of American Dignity. And it looks like a sword and a feather. Contingency message will now begin. Please comply with the following instructions. God bless America. The worst has come to pass. Despite the sacrifices of our citizens and the might of the armed forces of the United States has been forced to surrender to her enemy. Though they may occupy our borders, our streets, and our homes, the enemy will never occupy our spirit. Sounds like Trump. This is why all Americans are now called upon to act to preserve the memory of the United States clear and bright, untarnished and uncompromised. Know that I have already taken action in the company of family and loved ones. Now all Americans, every man, woman, and child, are called upon to act before the moment passes by. Let our united resolve echo through history. Even in defeat, we refuse to yield. We refuse to yield. Even in defeat, we claimed victory. And I'm not sure who the presidential signature was there. Lyndon B. Johnson, President of the United States. Honor, act immediately. It is a privilege to be called to action. You take America with you. Use the method most available to you at this time. Your courage will inspire others. There is nothing to fear. We will each be remembered. Access to a loaded firearm is ideal. Place muzzle upward to roof of mouth. Thank you. God. This message will repeat until there are none to read it. Front lawn, face up, feet together. Oh my God, that's the victory position. All right, I think, Dr. Howard, we've seen enough of this. Wow. Can someone block Dr. Howard? Wow. All right. Well, that's a great way to end a Saturday morning broadcast. Let's take a look at COVID exit strategy while we're at it. Let me pull this up over here, see if it works. Man, I'm getting good at that. COVID exit strategy. Let's take a look at your state. Oh, look at this. We got some green up in the corner, so that's nice. Got some yellow. There was some yellow over here yesterday, but things are not going well. So uncontrolled spread is the dark. Trending poorly is red. California, where I am, 6.4 new cases, 1,000 yesterday. Positivity rate, 5.7%. We're getting close to that 5%, which is where you want to be. Well, actually, where you want to be is 0, but 5% better. Oh, good. Positivity rate in Washington, 13.7%. So I got out of Washington just in time. God. For the love of God, people, wear your masks and don't go out. Wear your mask indoors, in the shower, like Kennedy said. How's Florida doing? Florida's doing great. Things are happening. Florida's at 17.7% positivity, so 6.81 thousand cases yesterday. Texas, 16.2. So Texas has gone up in positivity, 16.2%. Where else? Kansas, 11.8%. Let's see, 7.2, 4.5, 8.6, going around the map here. Here we go. West Virginia, 2.8% West V. What's up, West V? Let's go to Delaware. where Mr. Biden lives. And is Delaware even a state? Hold on, there it is. 4.8%. So open up those schools, Mr. Biden. New York is at 1%. That's where we can be. Christine, stay inside. Don't go anywhere. Oregon, should have stopped in Oregon on the way down, 6.4%. Actually, no, that's still... Wait. So why is Oregon trending poorly? Oh, okay, because they've had only 306 cases in the last 2 weeks. Sorry, 306 cases yesterday. 2 weeks ago was 335. So good for you. Good on you, Oregon. Nevada was terrible last time. Nevada's getting much worse, going from 15.3% to 17.4%. Nevada is doing a terrible job with this. Utah's going up 9.8 to 10.5. Not a huge jump, but they got to control that. David says, I'm going to the mall to eat at every single place in the food court. You know what, David? You know what really works, though, is the county fair, like in Ohio. Let's take a look at Ohio. 4.9%. Ohio's actually not doing that badly in terms of percentage. Indiana's on the way up. Ohio, just over 1,000 people. But here's the thing about Ohio. You take a test, and if you have it, you take another test. You just keep taking tests until you don't, until you get a false negative. So Ohio's got that nailed down. And remember, no tests, no cases. Guys, it's been a pleasure this morning. Have a great day. It is coming up on noon Eastern time. So get your ass outdoors and do something. Mississippi, hold on. Mississippi's down here somewhere. There it is. Jesus. Mississippi has gone from 20.7% 2 weeks ago to 20.4%. Mississippi, that is fantastic news. Somebody alert President Trump. Let's have a news conference. Mississippi's gone way down, massive down. Things are getting so much better. Hawaii is at 1.7. Why am I not in Hawaii? Producer Joanna, why are we not in Hawaii? Everyone, why are we not in Hawaii right now? Alaska. Wait, that's Alaska. Hold on. Let's go back. Oh, I was lying. Hawaii is at 6.7. Producer Joanna, why are we not in Alaska right now? Everybody, why are we not in Alaska? So Hawaii is, boy, they're spiking. 31 cases 2 weeks ago. Now they're at 132. 2.2% when we should have been in Hawaii. Now they're at 6.7. So Hawaii is surging. Weird, though, that they don't have uncontrolled spread yet at 6.7%. So COVID exit strategy has their own metrics. Okay. And Alaska was the place where they're down at 1.7%. Oh, Maurice is in your guest room, Marcy. Yeah, we're all heading out to visit Marcy, everybody. Well, we were. Marcy, do you have a place in Alaska? If you do, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on Spilling Coffee with Kevinly with Coffee, Spilling Kevinly. Kevinly morning. Have a Kevinly day.
Kevin, is this helpful to Joe Biden?
Wait, what?